Hello and welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to address why you've been lied to all your life about breakfast being the most important meal of the day. It's bullshit. Now before I do that, right, two things that I want to say. First of all, for my people who are consistently viewing this, right, I'd love for you to drop a wee comment with your name so I can actually see who's viewing these videos, because YouTube is the special place, man, that I mean, and I appreciate the people who come and watch these videos. And I know there's regular people that come and watch it because we have roughly the same amount of viewers that come every sort of time, right? So just comment your name, or even your Instagram handle, because I would love to just speak to you one-to-one and just get to know you know what I'm saying? Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go and address this, then we're going to go to the gym and hit a pool workout as well. So let's go get into this video. So let me just address a couple of things. So first of all, we're en route to the gym. Secondly, I am wearing a hairband because I don't do my hair in the morning, ever. If you actually follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you'll see loads of cunts try to slate it as well. But the joke's on them because, honestly, I don't care. So if you ever see them slating it, man, go make sure you try and back me up and get them triggered, because it works wonders on the algorithm. It's hilarious. Now I want to tell you the real truth. Basically, we had these big farmers who had so much wheat to get rid of, and they're like, right, how we got to get rid of this? And basically, the kind of story goes that Mr. Kellogg himself basically kind of came up with this like marketing slash like propaganda that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And what they basically says is you need carbohydrates in your diet to give you energy to fuel your day. Now, this does have a good kind of idea behind it. However, it was a lot of shady areas in it, because it wasn't necessarily true. Because first of all, you don't actually need food in you first thing in the morning to have energy, and eating breakfast in the morning doesn't then give you the energy for the next like 4, 5, 6 hours. All that energy is already built up inside your body from the food you ate probably like the night before, the day before, etc. And you might say to yourself, but I'm hungry when I wake up in the morning. See, hunger, that basically comes through eating habits. Your brain knows roughly when you usually have meals, and if you basically try skipping breakfast, you'll actually notice this yourself. Like, you will feel hungry, but you won't be so low on energy that you can't do anything at all, know what I mean? From skipping breakfast, fasting, which is basically called, what I basically found is the first couple of days I was extremely hungry, and then as I kind of started to fast more and more, the hunger started to basically just go down. And then now I don't really get hungry until like maybe 1 or 2 in a day, depending on what I do like that morning. Like right now I'm going to go to the gym, train, fasted. The only thing I'm having is coffee and like water. And honestly, like once you kind of get past the mindset of thinking you need breakfast, and like you kind of get out that habit of your body craving food first thing in the morning when you wake up, it's actually so fucking good. Like the clarity you get from not eating first thing in the day. Now, following that as well, another interesting factor to do with this is going to be about carbohydrates and how your body uses them. So your body has 2 main fuel sources that it uses to supply your body with energy to go and fucking do shit. You've got fat and you've got carbohydrates, right? Now that being said, your body does utilise protein as food, etc., but protein has a different job, which we'll now get into in this video. When you wake up in the morning and you've not ate breakfast, what do you think the fuel source your body utilises to get up and do shit? It's body fat, right? So that's going to then make your body start to use fat as its like common fuel source. It's going to look to use fat before it looks to use carbohydrates. Now, imagine you wake up in the day and the first thing going into your body is carbohydrates. Your body then says, alright, cool, we've got carbs here to use as an energy source, let's just keep using carbs, because it doesn't want to change the system over, right? And it gets very, very used to using carbohydrates as its fuel source. And what this basically does is it gives you spikes and like crashes in energy. Now, moving on to an even more interesting factor. So see cereal that you eat in the morning, like the wheats, do you know they actually taste fucking horrible unless they've got a ton of salt and sugar on them. And basically, like see if you think about back in the day before they started like regulating sugar, alright mate? Before they started regulating sugar and all that sort of stuff, cereals were fucking notoriously high in sugar. And what does this do? Give you a big fucking quick spike in energy and a big fucking crash, and before you know it, you're hungry again. And what you're looking for? Well, your body's craving carbohydrates because that's the fuel source that it goes and uses, which is going to keep you feeling hungrier through the day and force you to eat more food because you're constantly looking for more fuel from the quick acting carbohydrates. So, key points to take away from this: you can survive without breakfast. It's more of a mentality thing. You feel better in the morning, more mentally clear, more energetic when you actually don't use breakfast. When you use carbohydrates as your fuel source, your body craves them more and you get spikes and crashes in energy. And when you eat carbs, right, think about this, when you eat carbohydrates, so think cereal, think bread, think whatever, you don't really get full on it. You just keep craving more and more and more, and you can keep eating. Whereas if you eat foods high in fat, high in protein, you get full up very, very quickly, and therefore you eat less, you don't gain as much weight, you be healthier. Like, there's just so many fucking benefits to know eating cereal as your breakfast to start with, and then fasting in the day. Highly recommend trying it fasting. It's so fucking good. The mental clarity you get is like amazing. But now, no more talk on the fucking cereal and shit. Let's go hit back and get fucking massive.
So rapid fire training tips. First of all, watch the eccentric on these pull-ups, right? The first one was quite fast, but then I'm really trying to slow it down and get right deep in there. I feel as if this looks a lot faster than it felt. Same with these, right? You can see it much better here, how slow I'm going on the eccentric on the way up. It's the last couple of reps. But watch the facials as well, right? Every single rep, like especially the last 3 to 4 reps of an exercise for me, feel intense as F. Like I'm feeling it there, right? With these, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't 100% happy with the overall form on the barbell rows. They're just a bit fast for my liking. That should be lowering a lot slower, but no, what it is, and this is a benefit of video when you're training, you get to review your progress. Here though, you can see a really slow eccentric, really try to control that up, and that's what I'm trying to do all the way until the top of the rep every single time, to make sure we build the muscles as quick as possible. Trust me, I've trained for years and I've learned training slow and controlled is how you get fucking gains. Look at this shoulder right now, absolutely popping, and that's a strict 20 kg curl, by the way, in both hands. No fucking about, absolutely fucking wham, mate. And then we've also got a wee bit of posing here. So I'm all getting leaner, but no as lean as I would like to be. However, it's coming gradually. But what I've really noticed over the last year or two is my back is definitely my strong point. Like, I don't feel I need much more size in my back. Like, obviously, the more you get, I guess, the better. But extremely content with that now, man. It's just about fine-tuning the rest of the physique.
So as you heard me earlier talking about how carbohydrates, like, they basically elevate energy levels, let them crash, blah, blah, blah. Now that being said, carbohydrates can be beneficial, but a lot of people have a very, very high carb diet, right? And we have people from, let's just say, one extreme, which is basically the, let me just get a pen. So imagine, right, the people who don't go to the gym at all, the majority of their diet, I can't say diet, right? Diet is carbohydrates. So they'll wake up and they'll probably have like toast for breakfast or cereal. Then at lunch they'll maybe have, like, say for example, like a roll with something on it, which is again mainly carbohydrates. Then at like their dinner they'll maybe have like pasta or like a chicken rice dish, or they'll have something like fucking a pizza or whatever it may be, right? Deep fried shit with breadcrumbs and all that on it. All of these things are very, very carb heavy. And if you've constantly got loads of carbs going in, your blood sugar is always spiking. And this actually then triggers insulin to also spike, which is an anabolic hormone, which basically means your body will be getting bigger. So it's actually pretty hard to lose weight on a very high carbohydrate diet. So that's the people who are like fucked, right? They don't know how to take control of their health. Then you've got people who are in the gym as well. And basically, long story short, right, personal trainers don't have great nutrition qualifications. Me, myself, I only have so much, but I've done a lot of mine kind of studying and researching, and spoke to a lot of like functional nutritionists and learned quite a lot from them, read books on it, all that sort of jazz. And from what I've basically learned is carbohydrates are the one thing you can actually live without. You can't live without fats, you can't live without protein, but you can live without carbohydrates. So it's about just putting them in there at the right time when needed. So, like for example, right now, actually, here's a good example. So fruits are pretty much mainly carbohydrates. They have a lot of fibre in them as well, of course, which is great for your digestive system. Now, having these post-workout is going to help me get my blood sugar levels up pretty high, and it's going to spike insulin, which is then going to help with the muscle building process. So post-workout carbs are great. Some people like to have a bit of a higher carb meal pre-workout because they think it kind of makes them have more energy. if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But personally, I like to go, well, I go fasted right now because I'm training in the morning. But if I'm maybe training later in the day, I'll have like a high protein, high fat meal. And it keeps me feeling full during the full workout. I don't get hungry halfway through. But aye, so carbohydrates, man. What about madness? I'm just gonna want to wrap up this video, right? You do not need to, fucking hell. You do not need to eat breakfast. You can survive without it. First of all, you will feel hungry in that time, but it's mainly because your body's in the routine of doing that. If you would like to try fasting, I highly recommend you drink lots of water during the time where you're not eating. This will help you prolong your fast. And you can have 0 calorie, caffeine-free drinks. Now, I would personally say putting a Monster into an empty stomach isn't fucking good. Coffee, fine. So, from there, that's the video complete. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, drop a wee comment, let me know you got there. Drop us a like and go share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Bye.